Ty, he has not demonstrated what you want from the leader of your team and the guy who they've handed the keys to. He's not demonstrated the kind of leadership that you want. And you have a young kid named Moutier coming in who I think has a chance to be a star in this league. You know, we've heard this time and again. Chauncey's not saying anything new. We know the Nuggets for years now, literally years, have tried to make Ty Lawson into a leader, and he just hasn't responded well.
And here's something else that Chauncey said, and I don't mean his actual quote, but with the way he said it. He wasn't abrasive and over the top like a Shannon Sharpe can be. Right? Shannon can sometimes be over the top.
Yes.
Chauncey was very measured and very fair. I'm not, you know, trying to take a shot at Shannon Sharpe, but sometimes you read something that Shannon says and you'll think, wow, you just kind of went way over the top on that one.
Well, Shannon likes to be provocative.
Right. Chauncey is being provocative in a very measured way.
Yeah.
Everything he said is spot on. I don't think any reasonable person would argue with what Chauncey Billups said. And then Ty Lawson, excuse me for saying this, the punk that he is.
Here we go.
The punk that he is.
Here's the response.
Fires back with this.
Yep. First he said, how'd the Nuggets do? I missed the game, referring to a summer league game. And then somebody tweeted him, we don't know who this person is, Miguel Ponguta. How do you feel about Chauncey Billups saying you're not a leader? And what do you have to say about him? And Ty's response, some people just want to stay relevant, LOL. Now, I don't know if we should assume that Ty was just trying to be funny, but I will say this. Ty Lawson is taking on a Denver icon and a guy who is in the Hall of Fame conversation, in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And Ty also knows that Chauncey's right because he's heard it from 1,000 people before Chauncey. So why would Ty Lawson do this?
Chauncey Billups, forget about being a Denver icon.
That wasn't a rhetorical question. Why would Ty Lawson do this?
Well, he wants out. Clearly.
And he's not too smart.
Oh, no, well, he went to North Carolina where they don't really take classes.
Ooh. Taking on a whole campus now.
I'm not saying anything.
I was only going to take on Ty Lawson. You're taking on a whole campus.
North Carolina is one of the finest universities in the country. The problem is when it comes to their athletic department, they don't take academics very seriously, and that is well documented, and we don't need to really get into that right now. Chauncey Billups is more than a Denver icon. He is Mr. Denver. When you see that state of Colorado flag, you envision Chauncey Billups holding it. Chauncey Billups is one of the most respected former players in the NBA, period. People love Chauncey Billups. He's a good guy. He worked hard. He maximized his potential. He was a finals MVP. He won a title. Everybody likes Chauncey Billups, whether it's here in Denver or around the country. I think Charles Barkley is probably the best analyst on television. Chauncey Billups is far more well-liked than Charles Barkley is, and I've gotten to know Charles a little bit, and I love Charles. But Chauncey is one of a kind. I cannot believe that Ty Lawson has the, excuse me for saying this, the chutzpah to say what he said on Twitter.
Which almost rhymes with hookah.
It does.
That's it.